up, my peoples? It's your boy E. What's happening, y'all, man? And look, I got something to tell y'all. You know, the time has come. It seems like the time has finally come for motherfuckers to feel they karma and feel some of the pressure that they had pressing on you, and you get to see it. The time has finally come where God is allowing you to see some of the people who wanted to ostracize, have you motherfucking, standoffish against everybody. It's about the time for you to see people get some of the same pressure, some of the same energy, some of the same outcomes of situations as you. Maybe not all, but there's definitely gonna be some. And I already see them brewing. I see them brewing. God finna allow us to see this. He finna allow us to see some of the people who is gang stalking you. And so you as a targeted person, this is definitely something for you to hear. You know what I'm saying? You as a targeted person, you as a person who had to deal with a narcissist, who had flying monkeys running all up on your back, who had your name ran through the dirt and triangulated that shit throughout all the people around you to fucking turn on you. This is what you about to see happen to people. This is what you about to see. Now you might ask, well, E, how the fuck are we about to see that? Well, I gave y'all a clue the other day. When I showed y'all the reaction to the T app that they have out. Now, as I got to thinking and pondering and letting my thoughts wander, I started to realize something about this T app. And the things that I see and the direction I see it going and how it's about to play out, I started to realize, you know what? This right here ain't really nothing but God showing us that he about to get some motherfuckers back. He about to get some get back for you. Because see, one thing you gotta understand is, this T app, although it is for a certain cause, which I do believe in, as far as running the red flags down to women so they can be protected and all that. I do fuck with it on that note. You know what I'm saying? For that being a reason for it being around. But like I've also stated, we don't live in a time and an era where an app like that is going to be used responsibly. We live in a time where everybody and their mama nosy. Everybody and their mama got something to say. Everybody and their mama, well, maybe not everybody, but most people and their mama, bitter, mad, petty, you know what I'm saying? All those immature things. That's what we got, a whole bunch of grown folks who have those type of immature qualities about them, right? And so what this app is about to do, it is about to have people smear campaigning other people's name, throwing people under the bus. You finna see people deepest, darkest secrets get thrown out into the motherfucking freeway for everybody to run over. You about to see motherfuckers complaining left and right. I can't believe they said that about me. Can't believe they did it. Now, there will be some casualties, unfortunately. I know there will be some casualties, some people who don't deserve to have their name ran through the mud. I know it's gonna be some of those in the crossfire of this shit. But I believe it will become a lesson, and it also will mold you and grow you into a stronger being. And you will learn from this whole situation. This situation will not tear you down. I believe God will protect you, just like he protected us on our journey of trying to, survive this shit. I do believe he gonna have protection over y'all. But although y'all will be a few casualties in this thing, who probably just have an ex that's just mad, don't want to see you with nobody else because they can't have you. Of course that's gonna happen, but on top of that, it's also going to be plenty of people who deserve that shit, who deserve everything they going through. And so this is not just gonna be a women exposing the men type thing either. Because like I told y'all, we live in a petty world. We live in a place where people don't mind trying to get their lick back. You know what I'm saying? We live in a place where people's egos and self-esteems are low. So they're very sensitive, even though they don't mind trying to do things towards you that they can't handle. You know what I'm saying? Even though they don't mind doing these things towards you that they know they can't handle, they still very sensitive. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna cause an uproar. So the men are gonna get put out first. The men are gonna be first on the list, you know what I'm saying? Yes, they are going to be running men's name through the ground. Hold on, let me let these cars pass by. But yeah, they'll be going to be running men name through the ground. It's going to be a lot of men name ran through the ground. And then, because the men are going to be so butthurt off of that shit. Goddamn, how many cars on the street today? Because the men are going to be so butthurt, they going to create their own app. And they already talking about creating their own app. But because the men are going to be butthurt, they too will create an app. And they too will be putting people on blast. So it's gonna be a two-way streak here, dog. It's gonna be both sides trying to run each other's name in the dirt. And what's going to happen is each side is gonna feel the isolation of the other side. They're gonna feel the eyes of the other side looking at them crazy, laughing about them in the background, talking all type of shit and running their name through the dirt or having their own shit ran through the dirt from them. You're gonna see both sides doing that. And best believe on both of these sides of the fence that there are people, there are going to be a collective of people who are involved with your gang stalking, who is going to be on fire. You know what I'm saying? There will be a collection of people who was involved in your gang stalking, involved in your targeting, involved in smearing your name, talking shit about you, laughing behind your back, mocking you. It's gonna be, it is definitely going to be a collective of people who have done that to you. And they're gonna be feeling the brimfire that they made you feel from the same system that they was, you know what I'm saying? The same, they gonna have the same feeling of the same system that they was working with, falling on their head. Now, I don't know if motherfuckers are gonna be followed and watched like we were, you know what I'm saying? Cause, you know, people were under some sort of, you know, command from a higher power. So I don't know if all that's gonna be happening, but they are going to feel some of the specific, you know, trials that we had to feel when we were dealing with this. Same thing. And it's gonna be on a big scale, yo. It's gonna be on a big scale, dog. Like, it's gonna be so many people out there mad because all they laundry got aired out. You know what I'm saying? All they laundry got aired out. These females finna tell everything. They finna tell how small your shrimp is. They finna tell all the business. They finna tell if you was able to get up or not. They finna tell all the business. They finna tell all the things you didn't want the world to know about you that maybe they can't come wind across. They about to let it be known. And just know that some of these people who are out there getting put on blast, on spotlight, are some of the same people who didn't mind seeing you in that same position, being isolated away from people, having people look crazy at you, run your name through the ground. These gonna be some of the same people that's going through the shit. And that's one thing I notice about this whole situation is that God is actually allowing us to see some of the people who try to cause us all type of stress, strife in our life. God is finna let us see these people, some of these people. God is allowing us to see them go through some of the same situation. And that's what I'm really like kind of like not tripping about, because I didn't know that God would allow me to see it. You know, I knew that they did certain things to me, of course, but I didn't know if God was going to allow my eyes to actually see some of the same damage that they tried to cause me and other people and some of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know God was going to let me see it. But when I started to think about this shit and started to really ponder, I'm like, damn, I see what God doing. Because now, a lot of these people that was fucking with you, they finna be on the motherfucking conveyor belt, going into the motherfucking machine, getting their ass fired up, getting their ass pressed and smushed and all type of shit. They finna go into that bitch feeling that same fire. So just know, y'all, your vengeance is being put down. God is putting your vengeance down. He is finna to have people feeling the wrath of him and feeling some of the same shit that they decided to throw at you and wanted you to go through. So there's a win. There, if you say God ain't doing shit to redeem you in any kind of way, there go one for you right there. So with that being said, I'm out. I just wanted to shoot that at y'all real quick, let y'all kind of see, you know what I'm saying, something from another point of view. But with that being said, I'm out. Peace.